There's fun stuff like that going on, and then there's fun stuff like this going on, and then there's fun stuff.
Hey, and while you're doing this cool opening, I'll talk to all my YouTube people. This is Alex Rudd, a buddy of mine from Knoxville. He's a school teacher, but he's a tremendous fisherman. Got Alex Rudd Fishing, a great YouTube channel. Show him a little love. Go over there and subscribe to that channel, and I promise you'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. There's absolutely no doubt about it. You got me, a guy that's got hair growing that doesn't cut the hair on the back, and a guy that don't cut it on the front. So I don't know what that means, but that's it. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
This is reality television for sure.
That's
but
right.
Anyway, stay tuned, because I'm telling you what, we're going to whack them. We're going to whack them today. It's been raining all morning. It's cloudy. The sun may pop out. I have no idea. But one thing I can assure you, I'll guarantee, and I'll guarantee you, Alex, now you don't get this guarantee very often fishing, because I don't get this guarantee very often. I'll guarantee you we're going to catch them.
I love
like that?
guarantee.
You dig
yeah,
that?
I dig that. I'm down with that.
It's not a money back guarantee, though.
Amazing.
Let's put this dude in the water. And this front one, we can't go there either. Yeah. It's going to have to go straight back. It's our only chance.
Yeah.
And that hump from loading the boats out is what.
Yeah. Well.
That's why they don't let you do that up north.
Yeah.
Those northern states won't let you.
I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
Yeah, I was thinking, am I with Jack Hanna or am I with Jimmy Houston right now?
What a mule, what a mule.
This baby's floating.
All right, Alex.
Okay.
Woohoo!
We're in.
This baby's floating. Boy, I sure hope that guarantee about catching fish works.
No kidding.
If that guarantee about catching fish works, because if it don't, I'm really gonna be in bad shape now.
We're in. We're good. Okay. Hey.
We might not ever get this boat out. We might have to wait till the spring rains.
That's all right. That's,
That's okay.
Listen.
It's not your boat.
Not my problem at this point. Oh, let me get him, Jimmy.
Yeah. Another one jumped up there and grabbed that red man. This old bait that I'm using, it's a new bait, but it's an old bait. This is a red man spinnerbait. A little bit better fish that we fished with years and years ago. Actually, I sold Sam Walton red man spinnerbaits when he had only 13 stores. That's how far this goes back at Walmart stores. Oh yeah, that'll work. And it's back when the baits were all made like we originally built them out of a. That's a nice fish right there. That fish will work. We'll take them like that all day. And has a sweet sugar too. But it's an old spinnerbait, and you see it's got just a regular old painted head. We use a living rubber skirt on it as opposed to silicone. And it's got a safety pin type bend on it, so it's a round bend. And all these all these baits right here are just like old fashioned. But when it's got such a short arm, and the blade causes so much vibration that arm just wiggles back and forth like that.
Yeah.
The arm doesn't stay straight like it does on modern spinnerbaits. Yeah. And I actually won the 1976 BASS Angler of the Year basically on this bait right here.
Really?
Yeah, and so it's one we put back on the market, and it's just it's a killer. And the amazing thing about it too, you get a good spinnerbait that really vibrates a lot, you can't catch too awful many fish on it, and the wire breaks. Mm-hmm. And you can catch 200-300 on that bend right there, and that wire won't break. I mean, it just won't.
Yep.
He's pulling, isn't he? A little bit better. Yeah, a little bit better fish.
Yeah, that tree.
He's trying to tree you. He's trying to tree you.
He's trying to.
Yeah.
All right.
Spinnerbait fish.
That's fun right there, man.
I love the way they run out there and grab that spinnerbait. I don't know what they're thinking about when they're doing it, because it don't look like anything that swims in the lake. But for some reason, they like to clamp their jaws on it.
God, that's a pretty fish, man.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
So green. That's just absolutely beautiful.
I love them.
Awesome stuff. Get out here, buddy.
It still catches them. Now the little guys are biting really well. There you go.
Yeah,
It's really difficult to know. I mean, there's parameters you can use, but honestly, they will hit a bladed jig and they will hit a spinnerbait both on the same day a lot because
feisty little dude. There you go, Jimmy. Good
12
job.
grand difference, so. Oh, that guy's pulling hard. Not the giant we're wanting, but.
Their mind. That's so fun. Jimmy.
Got one on a worm. Put that Lucky Strike worm on and get out there and catch a fish. Well, that's a little bit better quality.
You got shoulders on him.
Yeah, that's a little bit better quality. It's just a great spinnerbait and top water and shallow water type day, and so that's what we started out with, but we've been catching a lot of little fish. I mean, a lot of little fish.
Good job.
We decided to get down, go down and look for them a little bit deeper. I picked me up a Lucky Strike curly tail worm picture out there, and didn't take too awful long to get a bite. And it was a little bit better fish. So that sounds good.
Jimmy.
Feels a little bit better when you whack a little bit bigger one on that worm, don't it? Still not a giant. They're a little bit bigger in the deeper water, which is makes a lot of sense. The water's still only about 70 degrees, even though it is cooling off.
That's a good
Come here,
one, Jimmy.
baby doll. Trying to pull me out of this boat. You were trying to pull me out of this boat. Yeah, that's better.
Jimmy.
That's better. Come here, pal. Come here, baby doll.
Good fish.
Come
Jimmy.
up here in this boat with me, if you will. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That's what Alex and I are looking for right there. Oh, Alex bowed
had
up
a
too.
double up, man.
Oh, he missed him. We almost had a double. Now look at that belly on that booger, Alex. That's the way they're supposed to
Good
look
job,
right there.
Jimmy.
And I'm gonna tell you, these big ones have got more experience. They're better kissers. Baby doll. Ooh, that's a pretty fish. That's what I'm talking about. I think we might be dragging these Lucky Strike worms and dragging jigs around the deep water a little bit more, see if we can catch one or two more like that.
Amen to that. Good work, Jimmy.
Okay, we got a pop quiz.
Yes, sir.
I have been told by the #1 camera guy and producer in the world, who has run our production company forever. The guy's so old, he's older than me, but he knows outdoor television better than anybody in the world. So what he says is almost gospel in this business. But he told me, I won't tell his name, but his initials are PT, as in Pat Turner. Oh, Alex found one out there.
Yeah.
We're catching better quality fish down deeper, no doubt
right.
about it.
Yep.
No doubt about it.
I want to live just a little bit deeper.
Yep, a little bit deeper.
That right there, boys, is what I like to call a free nose piercing. I hand them out whenever the bass want to participate.
And about is all they want, huh?
Yeah.
Mr. Pat Turner, oh, I wasn't gonna mention his name, said that my hair, who people have been making fun of for 50 years, even looks worse when it's wet. So y'all let me know. Y'all let me know if Pat's right, or if he's just being ugly like he always is with me. But it probably does look worse. And my comment is, how could it look any worse?
Oh.
If that swims away, we're in trouble, Alex.
Yeah, I was gonna say. That's a better one. Come on, get out of that
It's
tree.
not a bluegill, I'm pretty sure of that.
Oh, he got me down in that tree.
Well, it might be a bluegill.
There he goes. There he goes. I got him out.
I'll go
Had
back
to let
and,
him go with it a little bit there.
I'll go back there and hold that spot for you.
There you go.
I'm actually not in the spot where you were, but I did.
Awesome.
I would have been holding your spot if I'd known exactly where it was.
It's all good. You're good. You're good. There we go.
Wherever spot I threw in, I got a bite. I got a bite in that spot. I didn't throw it in your spot. I threw it after the, whoa. Golly, that fish jumped 4 foot in the air. I mean, he jumped 4 foot in the air.
Jimmy, they're loaded on this tree.
Yeah, there's a
right
school
here,
there.
buddy.
There's a school there. They're nice ones too. Look at that. They're nice ones. Doubled up. Doubled up.
Heck yeah, we are.
Which one's bigger?
Definitely yours. Definitely yours.
I had to do that.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Just because every bass fisherman will do that. That's why.
That's
a
right.
Nice one right there. Those are quality fish
job,
right there.
Jimmy.
If you're seeing these fish right now and we catch some more like this, you probably won't be seeing too many of those fish we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. It's like pretty girls. Take the pretty girls to the most expensive restaurants.
That's a better fish right there. Yeah.
How big's that guy?
It's a good one.
Oh, he's a nice one.
Yep.
Yeah, we got out a little bit deeper water. We found better fish, absolutely no doubt about it.
Well, and again, free nose piercing. I'm telling you, I hand them out. Any bass that's willing to participate, I'll give them a nose piercing with the old Beast Coast jig. So there you go. Amazing.
Stick them right in the middle of the nose.
That's fun.
Need to put a ring. You need to get you a pocket full of rings. Put a ring in there and turn them loose.
That's right. That's
That
right.
way, next time you caught them, you'd say, "Hey, I've seen you before."
That's right. Where I'm at.
Is that a good one?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Pretty nice fish. Pretty nice fish. That will work.
Oh yeah. That just makes me just happy is all that does right there, boys.
He's pulling, isn't he?
Yeah.
Nice to get into some of these sizes. Pull a little bit better.
Yeah.
Those were fun this morning,
That's
but
right.
these are a little more funner.
A little more funner.
A little more funner.
Come here, baby. Get up in here with me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That right there. That's an all right one.
Yep.
There you go, boys.
Yep. That's what we're after.
That's all right there.
I'll put a mimic imitator on out there. Play with that thing a little bit
Man, that's
over
beautiful.
some of the top of this grass.
That's so much fun.
I
You know,
wanna
the thing is I've caught a lot of fish that size, but it never gets old. Like, I don't care how many I put my hands on. It's like every single time you appreciate it. You know what I mean?
People constantly tell me, "I can't believe you still get excited after all these years." This guy, I thought he's a little bitty one he's trying to pull.
There you go, Jim.
A little bit bigger.
Get him.
I get up shallow, I start catching smaller fish. That's not a bad little fish.
No, not at all.
Got that mimic impersonator in his mouth. Boy, he just barely got it in his mouth.
Good
You're
job.
just barely hooked, guy. But I am hooked, just barely. Good fish right there. Caught that one on my mimic impersonator. My bait that will impersonate anything. Pop that insert out, change colors without even untying the bait. One of the hottest new baits to come along in I don't know how long is the new Mimic Imitator. It's by Lucky Strike. And the difference in this lure and what makes it so unique, well, there's a few things, but one is that it's a clear lure. It's interchangeable. It actually comes with some other inserts where you can go from, it's got a red crawfish there. It's in the lure right now, and you can put other colors in it. And you can make this imitate anything you want to imitate, a crawfish, a bluegill, a shad, a catfish. You could paint an American flag on there if you want. In fact, they've got some inserts that are an American flag. I saw an insert they painted up the other day, had Jimmy Houston's picture on it, kissing a fish. No, I didn't think you wanted one of those, but... But it's absolutely one of the best lures. It's got a wide wobble. It's a sinking lure. It has no rattle. It's a sinking lure, but here's the big deal about the lure. It's a clear lure, and it's got an insert that makes the color. And to change the insert, all you need to do is push that insert up from the bottom, just like that, and you take the insert out, just like I've done there. That's a splatter shad, is what we call that color there. Now you have simply a clear lure. Now, I've actually caught fish on that clear lure. This lure's got a real wide wobble, and I want to change that now to that's a bluegill color. That's a bluegill color, so I'm going to change that color. All I have to do is slip that insert in, and you see it, the tail's up, snap the tail. You hear that little click? Snaps the tail in, and you change color. You want to change it to a crawfish? Just as easy. To take it out, you simply push on the bottom. Try not to hook yourself. Pull that insert out. A clear lure, interchangeable for any color you want. A Mimic Imitator made by Lucky Strike. Check it out. Find more about it on jimmyhouston.com or luckystrike.com. Oh, that's a good one too. that one's skinny. Yeah, Double up on those dudes. I like that. Look how skinny that one is, yeah. Yours outweigh this one. This one's 3-4 inches longer, probably. Yeah. I knew he was pulling good. Hey, I know this is really basic, but you know, today we were catching a lot of fish. I'm talking a ton of fish up shallow, but they were small. They really weren't the size of the fish we was looking for. We was having fun. We caught them on a variety of baits, but then we simply moved out to deeper water. We got out in water, not real deep water, but water 11, 12, 13 feet. We used a jig, a little jig, and we used a Texas rig worm. Now, I know a Texas rig worm is basic, but to a lot of people, nowadays, a Texas rig worm is old-fashioned. There's a lot of new fishermen don't even know how to rig one. So let me show you real quickly about rigging a Texas rigged worm. A Texas rigged worm's got a slip sinker that does exactly that. It slips up and down on your line just like that. Now, when you put that on, those of you who are just starting fishing, you want to make sure you got the bullet end or the narrow end up front, the bigger end on the back. So it goes through the brush and stuff. It'll go through grass and stuff with that slender end up front. You want it to slide up and down. You can make that a non-slip sinker by just taking a toothpick and putting it in here where it won't slip. Then you want to tie your hook on. I like to use a kale bend hook. Now I'm going to take my worm, and I was catching them today on a Lucky Strike 8-inch ripple tail worm. Got the tail back there. Now here's one of the things I've been doing. This is going to be a totally weedless rig. And so in other words, when you've got this rig, you fish it in really heavy cover, around boat docks, brush, the heaviest thing you can get in, and it'll very infrequently get hung up. Doesn't get hung up bad at all. But here's a couple things you want to do in rigging this. When you put your point of your hook in, you don't want to put it in very far. I put it in maybe at the most a 1/2 inch. That's all. Now you know you've got a kale bend up here, and you've got a little sharp bend in this, and I'm going to put it down in the bottom. I'm going to come around and bring that around where the bend in the hook is. But now you notice one thing here, and now different people will tell you how to rig this differently, but I did not bring that up and cover the eye of the hook. The reason I did is by having it this way, you're not going to tear up near as many worms. So you're going to use a lot more worms. You use a lot less worms this way. Come back here to where the bend of your hook is, right where that bend is, put your thumbnail there. Now if you'll notice now I'm going to have to bend the worm up a little bit. I'm going to put the hook straight through where my thumbnail was. Now that's going to be straight. I'm going to just simply bring that up like this, stick the point of the hook back in the worm. That's called skin hooking. Now I've got a perfectly straight worm. I bring my slip sinker up, back down on it, and I've got a Texas rigged worm rigged perfectly. Go whack 'em. Put it up like it is till it's level and push and crank. Push and crank. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. Maybe. But we're not too far, so I mean it's not going to fall off of here.
It started.
Break the strap.
It started to tilt down though as you were pushing just a minute ago.
Crank a little bit there, Alex, and see what you got. It'll crank me up here is not a good deal. I think we're quite better. Let's hold on right there and go level ground. We kind of.
All right.
We may be able to get it up on there.
Yeah.
I mean,
I still want to get strapped up right. I think we go to level ground. We can do it easy.
Here, Alex.
I'll ride right
Two
here.
camera shoot for you.
there you go.
I'll ride right here. Just roll it. Get it level.
Okay.
It's gonna be- Yeah, we're gonna get it out. Not a problem. 4-wheel drive Ram truck. Not a problem. We're gonna put baby chicken. Keep going. How about this nose flat?